I am always reminded that when change takes place, fresh thoughts, fresh vision, fresh look takes place at things. Madam Mayor Pro Tem, thank you so much. That was important to make the record clear.
Yes, sir.
That there was a divide in how this came out. Before I stood up there, I had to go to the fireman himself, because I didn't want to make sure I was looking through no glass mirror, Mr. Jacobs. So I asked the fireman himself. I said, Mr. Fireman, did the noose go around your neck? Because a person would know if it was an actual noose or if it was a statement. I looked him in the eyes because I don't want to come to this podium confused. That's right. I wanted to be clear, because you understand how in times we didn't have things clear.
Yeah.
I understand.
So the fireman said, Mr. Mayor, that there was an actual noose, city council, city commissioner, put around his neck. Not a statement. Not a statement. Not a statement.
Wow.
We've got to be clear here. We don't need to go back to the 60s. We don't need to be back in the 60s where what's really happening ain't what really happened. If the fireman is telling you that a noose went around his neck, it's disgusting, first of all.
Yes.
And secondly, it makes a mockery out of this whole scene. If we can all sit in the same room and a professional, educated fireman who went through rigorous testing so he could even qualify for that job, that he would be confused in public, in open, in a small setting, on whether there was a physical noose that went around his neck or somebody making a statement. The question before this commission is whether we are going to accept the reality that we've got some bad apples in our ranks.
That's right.
And whether we are going to join those bad apples. Mr. Commissioner, when I was here last time, we equated this noose to a John Wayne movie. So I wanted to be clear. I went back to look at a couple of John Wayne movies. I wanted to make sure before I came before you that I had done my homework. I wanted to see if John Wayne himself, in the few movies that I could take a look at, True Grit and a few others, if he had actually put a noose around somebody's neck or in somebody's area, because you wasn't here, Mr. Mayor, so you wouldn't understand unless you look at the tape. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind, so I looked at a couple of John Wayne clips. And nothing in the John Wayne clips equate to what this fireman went through. Nothing in the clips came close to what happened. And so here we have in Coffee County, and I have to believe that Coffee County, Douglas, Georgia, has got really good Christian white and black. I know that because I've talked to them. So I'm not speaking about this whole county. I'm speaking to a few people, whoever they are, who would allow a professional fireman, a man upholding to protect and save lives, not a noose placed around his neck by a stranger or a criminal, but a noose placed around his neck in the same setting where the very people are making a decision on whether he's promoted or not. And so this fireman, Mr. City Manager, goes back into the same setting where this same incident happened, and he has to be promoted or at least considered for promotion by the same group. The leader was in the room after all. He's got to work in that same environment. That's right. And now it's even worse. He's got to go back to an environment where they say to you, Mr. Fireman, what you thought went around your neck wasn't around your neck. You thought it was a noose around your neck, but it was only a statement.
I know that's right.
He's got to go back into that same setting. And then you have the police officer, even though I know you all say this has been handled. I want you to understand that this is a police officer. African-American police officers and white police officers bleed the same blood.
Yes.
They all bleed the same blood. And the African-American police officers took the same oath as the white police officers. And if a white police officer would put a noose in a black police officer's area, what would he do to that same police officer if he needed him, if the black police officer needed the white officer for backup?
Yes, sir.
What would he do? I want to make this picture clear.
Yeah.
That says to me, I'm 22 years in the military, and I depended on white soldiers as well as black.
That's right.
And it's a dangerous thing for me to be in a foxhole. And I need that soldier to protect my back. And he's got the mindset like this. And so what I'm saying to all of you, because I'm not going to belittle the point, we came back last month, we're here this month, and we're coming back until somebody in this setting understand that we're not going to continue to take the kind of abuse, not just with your regular citizens, although we're going to fight for them too. But I'll be darned if a person is going to go through all of the training to protect Coffee County, and that same person be disrespected by the very group that is over him.
I know that.
This body right here has the power to hire or fire the person responsible for police officers. This body has the power to hire or fire the person responsible for the chief of police putting, or whoever, putting the noose around this man's neck.